Right, so I know nobody wants to hear this, but it's got to be said. It's got to be said. Do not lie on your car insurance. Matter of fact, don't lie on any insurance, but specifically I want to talk about car insurance because I know bare people be doing this. You be telling lies on your car insurance. Things like, oh yeah, I keep my car in the garage overnight. Don't do it. Or I keep my car in this postcode, even though I live in this postcode. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because here's the thing. You won't get investigated when you set up the policy. They'll set up the policy on what is called good faith. I think that's the right term. Good faith. Basically, it means they just take your word for it when they set up the policies. They're not investigating what you're telling them, when you set it up. They just take it on good faith. However, if something happens and you need to make a claim, then things get investigated. And depending on the size of the claim and all kinds of other things will determine how deep those investigations go. Small claims, maybe you'll get away with a few fibs here and there. But bigger claims, just don't do it. Don't do it. And the other thing is that often people feel like the worst that can happen if you lie on your insurance is that they just don't pay the claim. Bruh, that is the best case scenario, right? Best case scenario is they just don't pay the claim. Best case scenario. Okay, maybe that's not best case scenario, but certainly there's worse things that could happen than that. Because the worst that could happen is that they refund your money for the entire policy. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, how's that the worst that could happen? If they give me my money back, I can use that to pay off the damage or at least part of the damage. And yeah, you could. The reason that it's the worst that could happen isn't so much that they give you your money back, it's why they give you all your money back. See, what they can do and what they'd be well within their rights to do. And by the way, they're well within their rights to do this even on small claims. Even if you're claiming 1 penny, they'd be well within their rights to do this. But what they can do is what's called an ab initio cancellation. And that means they'll cancel your policy from the start of your policy. So they're giving you all your money back because you no longer have a policy. Now, some of you might see where I'm going with this. But for everyone else, it means for that entire time, you were driving without insurance. Which, by the way, is technically not a crime, but is still illegal. The law's weird like that. Bottom line is that it means you could be fined up to £1,000. Your car could be taken away. You could end up being disqualified from driving. You have penalty points on your license, which means your insurance premiums go up. And by the way, you do have to declare that on your insurance. Now I get it. Sometimes you want to tell a few fibs to bring your insurance premium down. But if you lie on your insurance and anything happens, then they feel they got any reason to investigate what you've told them. And then they found out you lied about certain things. You'd be lucky if all they did was just not pay the claim.